Welcome to our TRICARE for Life Military ID tutorial. In this tutorial, you will learn how to obtain and use your military ID cards to access the TRICARE for Life benefit program. TRICARE for Life is not insurance, so there is no insurance card. TRICARE for Life does not issue identification cards either. TRICARE for Life is a fully funded federal government health benefit program, so you will use your military ID card as proof of coverage. Providers can be doctors, clinics, hospitals, or pharmacies. When you go to a provider, you will be asked for your health care coverage identification, or military ID card. The provider is allowed to make a photocopy of your military ID card. You may not have to show your ID after your first visit, but you should have it with you just in case. If you receive care at a military treatment facility, you will always be required to show your ID card. You have a few options for obtaining a new military ID. Option number 1, to get a new military ID card in person from the nearest issuing facility, visit the link shown on screen, dmdc.osd.mil/RSL, and search for the nearest location. Option number 2, phone or fax the Defense Enrollment Eligibility Reporting System, or DEERS, at the numbers shown here. Option number 3, enroll online at MilConnect at the URL on your screen, milconnect.dmdc.osd.mil. Option number 4, send a request via postal mail to the Defense Manpower Data Center Support Office at the address shown here. There are certain documents you'll need to get a new military ID. Visit the website at the link shown here for a full list of acceptable documents and instructions. Remember to bring all required documents to your appointment to update DEERS and/or receive your ID card. If you have questions, call the ID card office before your appointment. Each family member's eligibility record must be updated separately. To register family members in DEERS, sponsors must complete a DD Form 1172-2 and provide documentation according to the list at the link above. If the sponsor is unavailable, family members can update DEERS with a completed DD Form 1172-2 signed by the sponsor within 90 days of the card's expiration or with a valid power of attorney. This is an example of what you'll find on the official TRICARE website at tricare.mil. The list we're showing here is not all-inclusive. Be sure to visit the TRICARE website or contact your Defense Manpower Data Center DEERS support office with questions. Remember, requirements may differ for each beneficiary of the TRICARE for Life benefit program. Dependents may need to present additional or different items than their sponsors. Here are more examples of the required documents information you'll find at tricare.mil. For those who may need to provide it, here is a sample of DD Form 1172-2 for reference. As of June 1, 2011, Social Security numbers, or SSNs, are no longer printed on new military ID cards issued to members of the uniformed services, retirees, and family members. This is to protect your privacy and personal identity. A Department of Defense identification, or DoD ID number, and a unique DoD benefits number, or DBN, will be printed on all cards. If you haven't already, you'll get the new ID card with your unique DBN when your current card expires. Current cards will not be replaced until your card is within 30 days of expiration. If your card has an in-def expiration date and you want it replaced, you will need to schedule an appointment. Until your card is replaced, your provider or pharmacist can use the sponsor's SSN or your DBN to verify eligibility and process claims. This sample shows where the SSN has been replaced by the DoD ID number on the front of the card. Additionally, you can see where the unique DBN is found on the back of the card. If you're receiving care at a military treatment facility, You may need to provide your SSN until all computer systems have been updated to accept the DBNs. This is a sample of the final phase of removing SSNs from the barcodes on the back of ID cards. This change will also occur as ID cards are renewed. Starting July 31, 2020, Next Generation US IDs began to be issued to eligible individuals at select DoD ID card facilities. For more information about the new US ID cards, go to cac.mil. If you'd like to update your card in person, you have a few options for making your appointment online. To find an ID card office near you for an in-person appointment, visit the URL on your screen. This is the web portal for the DMDC DEERS support office that issues the military IDs. From the portal, click the Continue button. You will be redirected to the Office Locator tool. Find an office near you and make your appointment. This is what the locator tool looks like. Here's another route you can take to make an ID card appointment online. Start at the same website for the ID card office online. Under the Sponsor Family box, click the Continue button. From here, you will need to sign in to your account to begin. You will be redirected here to read the self-service consent disclaimer. Click OK when you're ready to proceed. You will be redirected to MilConnect. Log in using your DS login or CAT card if you are set up to do so. Once you are logged into your account, find and click on the ID Card Office Online IDCO link. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this presentation and found it useful. Please follow and like us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at the addresses listed on screen.